टीवी देख रहे सारे ही परिवारां नूं मेरे यानी कि सपनीत गिल वनियों प्यार भरी सत श्री अकाल। सो जिवें कि तुसीं देख सकते हो अज आपां आए होए हां आइज़ फॉर द वर्ल्ड चैरिटी इवेंट दे विच। इत्थे यह इवेंट बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजर्स द्वारा ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया हैगा ते हुण आपां इत्थे जिहड़े ऑर्गेनाइजर्स ने उन्हां नाल गलबात करांगे ते इस इवेंट दी जानकारी तुहाडे नाल सांझी करांगे। ਸਾਂਝਾ टीवी देख रहे सारे ही दर्शकों को प्यार भरी सत श्री अकाल। तो अज आप इत्थे पहुंचे हुए हैं आइज़ फॉर द वर्ल्ड फंडरेजर चैरिटी इवेंट ते हुण आपां गलबात करन जा रहे हैं जतिंदर सिंह जी दे नाल। सत श्री अकाल जी।
सत श्री अकाल।
अज आप इत्थे पहुंचे हुए हैं सारे ही फैमिलीज़ दे नाल ते बहुत सारे दर्शक अपने नाल जुड़े हुए हैं। सो किद्दां दा लग रहा इदां दे इवेंट्स दा हिस्सा बने हुए हो तुसीं बहुत ही लंबे समय तो ते जदों इन्ना आपां इकट्ठ देख रहे हैं इस इवेंट दे उत्ते तो तुहानूं की किद्दां दा महसूस हो रहा?
ਵੈਲ ਯੂ ਨੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਆਈਜ਼ ਫॉर द ਵਰਲਡ ਦਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਆ। ਆਈਜ਼ ਫॉर द ਵਰਲਡ ਕਈ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਮੇਕਾ 'ਚ, ਐਲ ਸੈਲਵਾਡੋਰ 'ਚ, ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ। ਸੋ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ 2009 ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਈਜ਼ ਫॉर द ਵਰਲਡ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ 2018 ਜੁੜੀ ਆ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਹੀ ਸੀ। ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਬੜਾ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਦੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਰੈਟਨਾ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫੈਕੋ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਡਾਇਗਨੋਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਸਰਜਰੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਔਰ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕੈਟਰਿਕ ਸਰਜਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਨਵੰਬਰ 17 ਨੂੰ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਆਦਮਪੁਰ ਕੈਂਪ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸਾਂਝਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਉਹ ਕਵਰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਰਹੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਦੈਟਸ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਟੂਨਾਈਟ।
बिल्कुल जी बिल्कुल। किसी नूं एक दुनिया दिखानी है एक सौखा काम नहीं गा, बहुत वड्डी गल हैगी आ जो तुसी इस कम्यूनिटी इवन मैं कम्यूनिटी नहीं कहूँगी, तुसी सारे ही मुल्कां दे विच जो सेवा दा मौका निभा रहे हैगे हो। सो एक बहुत वड्डी गल है ते जदों तुहाडे नाल इन्ना सारा सहयोग होवे सो तुहानूं किद्दां दा लगदा सारे जिद्दां तुहाडे नाल इन्ने टाइम तो जुड़े होए आ ते अज भी सारे जाने जुड़ रहे आ?
बहुत चंगा लगदा। स्पैशली ये दिवाली का मौका आ। दिवाली इज़ फैसटिवल ऑफ लाइट्स, और कई बेचारे इदां दे बंदे जिन्हों को अखां दी लाइट है नहीं। सो साडी कोशिश है इस दिवाली ते अखां दी लाइट उन्होंने दईए ताकि वो देख सकन।
बिल्कुल जी बिल्कुल। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵੱਡਾ ਕਦਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜੋ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਈਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਚੈਰਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਨਾਟ ਇਨ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਆਲ ਓਵਰ ਵਰਲਡ। ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ। ਕੁਝ ਖਾਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਪੂਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋ?
ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਆਈਜ਼ ਫॉर द ਵਰਲਡ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ। ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਚੈੱਕ ਆਵਰ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ eyesfortheworld.ca, ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ 6048802228। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰਦੇਵ ਸੰਧੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਸੋ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
ਅੱਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਜੋ ਇਹ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ। ਸੋ ਲੋੜਵੰਦਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਦੇਣਾ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਤਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹੋਰੀ ਇਸ ਜੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਕੰਮਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੇ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਜੋ ਬਲਾਈਂਡਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਵੀ ਲਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉੱਥੋਂ ਲਈ ਫੰਡ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸੋ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਦੇਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ?
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਦਾਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ। ਆਪਾਂ ਇਮੇਜਿਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਜੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਤੋਂ 20 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਨਵੰਬਰ 15 ਨੂੰ। ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਰੈਟਿਨਾ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਓਨਲੀ ਵਨ ਚੈਰੀਟੇਬਲ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੋ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਜਿਹਦੀ ਕਿ ਕੋਸਟ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ 45 ਤੋਂ 50 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਈਆ ਹੈ। ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਐਫਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਣਦਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ। ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ
ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਦੇਖਿਓ, ਵੈਸੇ ਮੈਂ ਅਪੀਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ, ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੈਂਪ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ 2nd ਵੀਕ ਆਫ ਨਵੰਬਰ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਨਵਾਈਟਡ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ। ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ 10,000 ਤੋਂ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਲੋਕੀ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਆਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ। ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਕਾਇਦਾ ਅਪਾਇੰਟਮੈਂਟ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਰੀਜ਼ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ 3 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 5 ਦਿਨ ਤੱਕ ਉੱਥੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਰਹਿ ਸਕਦਾ, ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕਾਸਟ ਆ। ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੈਂਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ। ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹ ਕੈਂਪ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਟ ਆਲ ਓਵਰ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ, ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਆ, ਇਹ ਕੁਝ ਬੜੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਵਾਲੇ ਲੋਕ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਇਹ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਦਾ 2-4 ਹੋਣਗੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਚੈਰੀਟੇਬਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਬੜੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾਯੋਗ ਕਦਮ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਜੀ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। So hello everyone, we are here at the charity event today and so please share your views that in this event how are you feeling like if we are doing a charity work. It's a great work for not only our society, whole our world. So how are you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, it's our main purpose today is really to teach and educate people and make them aware of how other people in other parts of the world live and how much poverty there truly is and how much vision care and blindness eye care is needed. So that's our main goal today. So I feel good. It's a good turnout. Should be about 450 people. So good turnout.
So giving light is not easy for people, but we are doing charity here, not only for for India or only one community. We are just doing for whole over world in many locations. So it's a great job done by whole team.
Yeah, no, we go to a few countries and we go to Ghana, or we're setting up in Ghana and Uganda and Africa. We have a hospital set up in Jamaica, full hospital set up in India. We have a full facility set up in El Salvador. So we go where we can get easily set up with the government. The logistics is the hardest part. Working with the teams and the government's there to allow us in.
Okay. And basically today's charity is related to just, I guess, one lens related to. Can you just provide me some kind of information related to the particular thing being done today for collecting? I guess there's a kind of lens information provided by Mr. Jatinder. So can you just provide a little bit of information to our audience?
So we're trying to raise money for a couple pieces of equipment.
Okay.
And I'll actually let Dr. Danda explain about the phaco machine that we need.
Okay.
And he can explain what it does. And we also are raising money for 4 vision screeners, which we can hand out to people that are not even medically educated, but it's a screener that can go into schools, into facilities, and screen people and find out who has a vision problem and who does not. So that means it's much easier for us to come, when we come in, everybody's already been screened. We know who needs to be seen.
Okay.
And then the phaco machine, I'll let Dr. Danda explain, because he uses that machine.
From my perspective, Dr. Manhas and his colleagues have really put this together. We're just trying to enhance surgical and primary eye care to have access for people all over the world who don't have access to eye care. That's really what our job is and what we want to do tonight. And we're really happy that we have an ability and an opportunity to enhance that and let people be aware of what we're doing and trying to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the information which you just provided to our audience. But a last message you want to just send to the people who are watching this?
So in these parts of the world, most people are making 5 to 10 cents a day. So, and there's every child that's born into this is generational poverty. Giving them vision is actually breaking the cycle of this generational poverty. Sure. Vision, 80% of learning is visual. And when you teach, when you educate, education is one of the best and main ways to get out of that poverty cycle. So education today is big to let people know we've cut our costs down to do a surgery in India to 50 Canadian dollars. 50 Canadian dollars feeds them for 3-4 days as long as they want to stay, and does a full cataract surgery on one of their eyes, gives them sight, life altering for 50 Canadian dollars. And so that's what we want to educate people, that our dollar goes so far. One actually last thing about our charity, we have no administration costs.
Oh,
we are actually, Dr. Dan is a family friend. We're family almost. We're pretty much family. Our kids are the ones doing all of the admin work. We have no costs. We pay our own way to get there. We do our own work. Every dollar we make goes straight to the people in need. So it's not, we don't have admin fees. It's a big, big thing.
So that's like a great thing that there's no any additional cost. So that's really a good job. So you want to say anything, any message?
I just want to say that, so I just want everybody to know that from our perspective, we just want to show people that they matter. We live in a very fortunate country, which is Canada. We have access to everything. And there's a lot of people all over the world that don't have access to the same things that we do. And we just want to make sure that people are aware that we're trying to do the best we can to show them that they matter and empower them to take care of themselves to some degree. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having a great talk with us. It was really nice meeting to you.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
your time.
So, hello everyone. We are having a talk with Mr. Lawrence. Hi.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lawrence Singh.
So, how are you feeling after coming to this charity event? Because this is all about giving light to people, and it's a great thing. So, what do you want to say to our audience about this?
It is a very noble cause, so everyone who's in attendance today should be very proud. I believe in the empowering individuals and communities. So, access to critical eye care is very important, but many people in developing countries are lacking this critical healthcare. So I really applaud the organizers for Eyes of the World for bringing the community together and showing that compassion has no borders.
And this charity event is regarding collecting some of the equipments which is required for the events being done. I think in future events being done in India and many other parts of the country, not in India but all over the world. So just provide something to our audience to let them know that what are the equipments and how that can be helpful for the countries like India.
Sounds good, yeah. So the organizers are going on a trip very soon to India to provide 1,000 cataract surgeries over the course of a few days. From what I understand from speaking to them, the surgeries manually take 25 to 30 minutes, but with this very critical machine, it could be done within 6 to 8 minutes. And the machine costs $100,000, so that's why it's very important that we raise enough funds so that these more surgeries can be done in a shorter period of time. And to add on, it's other developing countries as well, such as Jamaica, Ghana, I believe. So many countries will be helped with this cause.
So this is not basically for a country. This is being performed all over the world.
Correct. That's correct, yes.
So thank you so much for giving information to our audience and letting them know about the equipments which are going to be organized by this organization. And thank you so much for having a talk with us.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Started, so I'm going to ask everybody to start please grabbing your seats. We had a massive glitch in our RSVPify program, and there's a little bit of an issue with tables and seats, so I'm going to ask, just at this point, it's just first come, first serve. Please grab your seats with the white tablecloths so you can sit anywhere you like. There's a table here, there's a few tables over in that side, and there's a bunch right here by the dinner table, or by the kitchen. So I ask that you guys please come and kindly sit down so we can get the evening started, because otherwise it's gonna get late. All right, guys, grab your drinks and please grab your seat. We're gonna probably close the bar for about 5 minutes now, just so everybody can just grab their seat. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, let's get this evening started. So actually, before we get the evening started, I do want to bring up some people really quick, just for a huge thank you. Can I call the girls up that I asked earlier to come up? Can you just please quickly just run up onto the stage very quickly? An event like this takes so much effort, so much time, energy, dedication, and it couldn't have been done without these ladies. These ladies put everything you're seeing here tonight together. None of this would have been possible without them. I'm going to actually introduce each one individually. This is Kiara Manhas. This is my daughter. This is my eldest. And this is Ruby Alec, Sonia Kele, Chantel Hada. That's right. I always think I say Da. And Maya Da. Thank you girls so much. Honestly, everything is because of them. They're influential. So 2 other quick thank yous I want to say. Actually, hold on. You can say, I want to thank the volunteers. Hold on.
I just want to say thank you you to our volunteers tonight who volunteered their time and all this craziness to be here. Yes, they're... Well,
Yeah. Hello, is this on? Okay, yeah, so Kiara's classmates came from Semiahmoo High School and Earl Marion, is it Earl Marion? Yeah, they're all the ones downstairs, the ones running around, and they'll be running around and they're all volunteering. So, thank you, Keith. This is actually a very unique thing about our charity. All these people that you saw, they're family friends, so they're doing all this on a volunteer basis. And it's actually quite amazing what they've accomplished because it looks so professional. I want to thank the hall. They've done such a great job. All the owners, they've done and given us so much. I want to give two quick special thanks. One is to the Samra family, Mr. Ganam Samra and his wife, Mrs. Jaswant Samra, and their son, Jag Samra. Where are you guys sitting? They provided the liquor for tonight. They own a liquor store in Enderby. Where are they? Oh, he's back there. That's them. The gentleman in the white shirt and gray back there by the washroom. Thank you, Mr. Samra. Really appreciate everything. And before we get the night started, just a quick, we made a few mistakes tonight, but one in particular, we had a sponsor whose name did not make the big board, nor did it make the program, and we apologize to him. And in lieu of our error, I'm going to let him just come up here and just say a few quick words. It's Mr. Lawrence Singh, and again, we're sorry we missed your logo.
Good evening, everyone. As Dr. Manhas mentioned, my name is Lawrence Singh. I'm a nomination candidate for the Federal Conservative Party. It's truly an honor to be in your presence this evening, attending the Eyes for the World fundraising gala. I truly believe in the importance of empowering individuals and communities, so we should all be very proud for attending this event this evening and supporting such a noble cause. Access to quality eye care is crucial, but many in developing countries are lacking it. So with your donations, we'll be providing eye care to people in need, restoring hope and restoring vision and opportunity. And collectively, you are showing that compassion has no borders. So thank you, Dr. Manhas, for arranging this event tonight, and all the volunteers and organizers, and I wish all of you a pleasant evening.
All right, let's get this evening started. So first of all, good evening and welcome to the Eyes for the World Charity Gala. Thank you guys so much for attending. You know, I'm looking out here and I just feel like this overwhelming feeling of happiness, almost like a feeling of, I guess, gratitude as well, and hope, because that hope is that we're gonna make a difference, a real difference, by making an impact in other people's lives, people in need. So I realized that there's like about 70 galas going on tonight. And we realized that because we couldn't find an MC. And they're all working. So there's just we realize you've given your time, your energy, your resources to be here. We don't take that lightly. So very, very grateful for you guys to take your time out tonight to join Eyes for the World. All of us are very grateful to you. Thank you so very much. And I can guarantee you the people at the end of the line, the people that are gonna be affected by all this, are even more grateful. So I guess I want to start by just talking about what Eyes for the World is. It's a charity that we started, the idea probably came back in 2001, 2002, but didn't come to fruition until about 2013. So our motto is very simple. You can read it on that program. It's, we want to treat as much preventable blindness worldwide as we possibly can. Now, what does that mean? We go to places all over the world where impoverished areas, underdeveloping countries, where the vision care is the most in need, where people are the most in need of vision care. And we set up camp, we do eye exams, we give eyeglasses, sunglasses, medication, cataract surgeries, anything it needs in order for people to see again, that are visually impaired or blind for that matter. And I want to introduce our 6 directors of the charity. Without these 6, this charity would not be happening. These guys are such big humanitarians. They're mentors of mine. I've learned so much from them. And each one of them has their own story of how they got into humanitarianism. None of us ever started or were born into this. We kind of learned over time. We're just regular guys that just saw the need. And before I actually introduce them, because they're all going to come up and say hello and give their quick introductions, I'm going to tell you a quick story of how I became, or what happened to me, and why I'm actually here, and why we run this charity. Because this is not easy. This is a lot of work. And many times this last month, I've thought to myself, oh my gosh, why are we doing this? It's just so much work. But I gotta always remember who's at the end that's receiving the care. And that's what keeps me going. My first trip, I went for all the wrong reasons. I've told this story before, but it's so important to me because it changed me. You know, I relate everything to sports. And in TSN, ESPN, they always say that there's a point in the sport where there's a turning point, where the game changed and the momentum shifted. That happened to me. I went to my first trip into a small town in Huatulco in Mexico, and it was 2001, I think I was third year, and I went to go party on the beaches. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I mean, obviously I wanted to help, but it wasn't my priority. We helped, and we helped so many people, and there's one particular lady, I'll never forget her till the day I pass away. She was so impactful to me because we saw her for post-op. She had a cataract surgery in her left eye. We looked inside her eye, and she just starts crying after we take the Band-Aid off, and she can see. At this point, when she's crying, I was wondering, okay, hopefully she's not in pain. But she was speaking Spanish, and she kept repeating the same words in Spanish. And I called over to one of the translators, who was one of the nurses working with us, and I said, can you please translate? Is she in pain? And the nurse put her arm around this lady, and she was probably like 70 years old. She kind of reminded me of my own grandma. She was just really short, like this tall, and the nurse even put her hand around her arm around her, put her arm around me. And as she's repeating these Spanish words, the nurse starts crying along with this lady. And then I called the other translator and I said, can you please translate? I just want to know what she's saying. And this other nurse came over, she put her arm around her, put her arm around me, and she starts explaining that she's saying she thanks God that out of all of the countries you could have chosen, out of all of the cities you could have chosen, you chose our little village, and you came to help me, and I can see my grandson. That's the first time I've ever seen his face. The grandson was like 8 years old, so she was blind for over 8 years because of a cataract. And there's... You know, it was a very, very unique moment because I had a lady crying here, a lady crying here, and a lady crying right in front of me. We were in an embrace. And she was leaning forward, and I leaned forward. And, you know, so I don't cry that easily. There's only certain things that make me cry. My daughters always tease me. They know what makes me cry. One of them was the Oilers losing in Game 7 this last. I'm an Oilers fan. That was rough. Yeah, I cried then. But oh man, ADHD. But anyways, so this lady leaned forward, and I touched my forehead with hers, and I'm not even kidding. Like a light switch went off. I haven't cried like that probably since I was a baby. It was dripping off my cheeks. And I knew at that moment, I was like, you know what? I don't care how busy I am. I don't care what's going on in my life, what excuse I'm gonna make. I have to do this every year, more than once if I can. And that's why this charity was made to be. And now I'm gonna bring up the directors of the charity. These guys, I'm gonna introduce them all one by one, and they're all gonna say, some of them might say a little bit. I'm gonna call up Dr. Jason Lau, our medical director, Dr. Dar Danda. My wife actually is one of the other directors. You know, another thing I should mention, she's also a humanitarian. She did this and had the same experiences in Honduras. So in order to do something like this, husband and wife have to be on the same page because we've left our kids many times. And we've called the mom-in-law from Cleveland, Ohio, my mom. We got the whole family. It takes a village to do stuff like this. So, and Jatinder Minhas, who is our India liaison. I'm gonna call up Don Wolf, who is our Jamaica liaison. I'm actually gonna even call up our retired director, George Pipra, who's our Ghana liaison. He's retired. I don't blame him, but he's still part of it, and he's still a major component of the Ghana portion of our charity. So if you guys can please come on up. These guys deserve a big round.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਸੀਗਾ ਆਈਜ਼ ਫॉर द वर्ल्ड ਇਹ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ਰਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਸਾਂਝੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਆਸ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਫਾਇਦੇਮੰਦ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੋ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।